What's up, people? Today we're reviewing and testing another 3-channel dash cam by Viofo. This is the T130 3-channel, or as they call it, the triple channel dash cam. It's got front, rear, and internal facing cameras. Okay, this is I believe it's a 1440p, 1080p, and 1080p. Okay, it's got a Sony image sensor, infrared night vision, GPS logger, etc. Let's do a quick little unboxing and show you what comes inside. Also, I want to note that with this package, they sent me the wiring harness, the HK4 hardwire kit. Okay. They also sent me a circular polarizing lens to help with sun glare, and also the micro SD card by their company, 64 gigabyte, that we're going to be using today to install. First, let's open this. Let me make sure I get this open. We will be giving this dash cam away. Those of you that have been coming out to our yearly Mopar meet, this will be given away. How do I get this thing out? It just doesn't want to fall out. There we go. I'll tell you what, the sleeve on here is nice and snug. But inside, oh wow, I mean, they even give you a nice box for your camera inside the sleeve. All right, here we go. And take out the main camera. Oh wow, that's nice. Okay, so let's see, I'm guessing this is the internal camera. Camera moves up and down, and then you have this internal camera goes back and forth. Okay. All right. So we have that. Underneath, we've got all the instructions, the manual. Read before installation. To prevent manufacturer errors, please test all the camera accessories before install. Okay. There's the user manual. And then inside, you have all your cables. Wow, that's a long cable. There's the rear-facing camera right there. We'll put that back in here. It does come with a card reader, an extra 3M tape. As you can see here, there is a card reader for your computer, and a couple extra pieces of 3M tape. It does come with a trim tool. The trim tool is in the box in case you want to use it to tuck the wires around. Here's another USB cable for your computer. That's what I'm assuming. And here's the cable that I need. This is for the rear-facing camera, but we need this cable to install it. All right, so we're going to get this thing installed real quick. We'll show you what it looks like. We'll do some testing. Rather than have you watch me install this for the next 20 minutes, it'll be a lot easier to just cut and edit. All right, we've got the camera mounted. We've got it all set up. We're going to talk about installation really quick. Number one, the camera comes with two little stickers that look like this, okay? I already used one. But what you want to do is this, it's a static electricity sticker, but it's also for ease of removal. That's why I'm using it. So it's a pain in the ass to get it to peel off, but once you do, you're going to pick a spot on your windshield that you want to mount your dash cam, okay? And one thing I always suggest to people is first, get the dash cam up and running, so when you go to mount it, you have a live view through the app of where you're mounting it, so you can get it in the right position and then mount it that way. So always connect your camera to the app and do a live view mount, okay? If you follow along. Once you have an idea where you want to mount your camera, you're going to place one of these stickers on the windshield first. Next, you're going to want to mount your dash cam on that sticker. As you can see here, we have ours mounted right next to our Blackview app dash cam, and that's where we're going to be doing the testing and review. Okay, all you have to do is when you take this out of its case, you're going to put the micro SD card inside at top. This dash cam came with a micro SD card, so it was already formatted. You're going to put it in, get everything plugged in, and it's going to turn on right away. You're going to have to press and hold this button right here. I'm going to do it right now and show you.
Wi-Fi disabled.
And we're going to turn the Wi-Fi back on.
Recording. 2 channels started.
And
Wi-Fi enabled.
Wi-Fi is enabled. Make sure you press and hold the Wi-Fi button and enable the Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi connected.
There you go. Next, you're going to head on over to the App Store. Let's open up the App Store and show you here in the corner of your screen. In the corner of your screen, this is the app that you want to get. It's called Viofo. Okay, this is the app. That's what it looks like. You want to download that app right there. Okay, once you have that app downloaded, now you're ready to connect your camera. Real easy to do so. So let's go to our Wi-Fi. You're going to see this Wi-Fi signal pop up. Okay, when you see that Wi-Fi signal pop up, connect to it. The password is 1234567 All right, that's the password. You're going to connect to it. As soon as you connect to it, you're going to go, oh, you're going to open up the app. And now the app is recording. It's already going to be recording. It's already going to be connected. As you can see in the corner of your screen, this is exactly what the camera is recording right now. We have it set to just the view, the interior. But down here where it says switch camera, we're going to press switch camera. And you can see front and interior. Switch it again, and then you can see just exterior on your live view. The camera will record all this. So we're going to stop recording. It's going to beep like that for a minute or two. And we are going to go into our footage. You got all files, lock files. I did get a lock file while I was driving up here because I hit a pothole. We can go in the lock files. You can see right there, that was the locked file. We'll go into all files. You do have parking files. It will show you both every camera, rear, front, and interior in its separate file. And you can open it up. Let's see. Let's open... let's just open one while we were driving. Here we go. Follow along over here. Now remember, it's connecting to the Wi-Fi, so it's downloading at the same time. And that's video playback. Real simple. Okay, let's, you know what? Let's download one of these. Let's do a test download. Top right-hand corner of your screen, when you click on a video playback file, you just want to click on that, allow access, and it's downloading pretty quickly. So it's 177 megabytes per file, it looks like, and it's downloading fairly quick. We're going to let this download. As you can follow along in the corner of your screen, I'll speed this up a little bit for you. There we go. Downloaded the file. It took about 30 seconds. We're going to go make sure that it is downloaded. I'm going to go check our... And there it is, right in my recent file. Turn it sideways. Let's see. The footage looks good. The footage looks really good. The audio sounds good too. Okay, sounds good. Okay, let's go back to the app. So that was pretty fair. That's pretty simple. Now we're going to start recording again. Get rid of that annoying sound.
2 channels started.
Now, also, I want you to follow along over here on the side again. We're going to switch the camera. I want to talk about this rear-facing camera mount. Now, as you're following along, I'm going to record. Actually, we can't do that, so I want to show you. As you follow along in the corner here, look what I can do with this camera. I can turn it and literally have it face straight out. Now, the pillar is in the way, okay? As you can see, my hand touching it. The pillar is in the way, but you can still see, right, you can see the window, and you can see, like, outside of the pillar. This is actually a pretty darn good camera for racing. You can capture the vehicle next to you. Now, obviously, if it's on the passenger side, you can't, because this camera only rotates all the way into the interior, like so. And then we're going to adjust it so we can get the driver. And I want to get, yeah, so I want the driver in there, but I do want the side as much as possible. That is pretty cool to be able to do that, to send it all the way over there. That is definitely a neat feature to be able to have. So we want to get both the windshield and this area right here captured in that. That is really, really cool. I'm really impressed with that. We can switch the camera again. So we are back. We can see both picture in picture. Now, we don't have the rear camera plugged in. That's because it's just too much of a pain in the butt to run that wire all the way back and plug it in. We're going to have to do that at a later date, but you can switch and rotate between cameras. That's really cool. Really cool function. It tells you what's recording. It tells you that we got 2K 30 frames per second up front and 1080p 30 frames per second facing interior-wise. Very, very cool. Let's see what one of these playback files would look like by itself. So here I'm going to just talk directly to the interior camera, and this is what it's going to sound like, and this is what it's going to look like. So check this out. All right, people. Now I am talking to you directly on the interior camera. This is me just doing a little audio test. Check, check, 1, 2, check, 1, 2. And you can see, let's put the window down for a second. Get rid of that glare.
40 and tackle.
There you go. No glare on the windshield or on the window. And we'll put it back up. Just a quick little test of the interior facing camera. This is during the day. I will be doing one later on for at night to show you how it looks at night with infrared on and infrared off. Now, let's move back on over. So that was the interior camera. Let's show you just a simple what it looks like exterior-wise driving down I-95. Check this out. All right, everything looks good so far. I like the way the camera records both interior and exterior. Let's see what the camera looks like at night facing forward. All right, now let's, oh, geez, pothole. All right, let's talk about the night vision capability of this camera, or the night setting. It's kind of dark. I mean, it's not bad, but I wouldn't expect to pick up any license plates this dark. Once we get it to a better lit area, it may change. But let's see if we can get this car's license plate when we get up to it in traffic. Again, it's not very well lit where we're at. We're on a side street. Once we get on the interstate, it may be a little bit brighter. contrast with the nighttime driving. Let's see how it does in a better lit area. The Viofo's night vision isn't bad. I could probably adjust the exposure a little bit more in the settings. It does give me exposure setting. So we're going to try that now. I'm going to adjust the exposure setting for night, and then we're going to see if it changes anything right now. Let me check that out first.
Recording. 2 channels started.
Okay. Now I've adjusted the exposure one full aperture, like an increment of 1, and it does look a little bit better. It does look a little bit better. This is definitely better than it was a second ago. I'm going to adjust it again here in a second. I'm going to let this run for about 30 more seconds. This looks a little bit more natural on the iPhone, looking through the app. I'm actually viewing this through the app, and it looks pretty good. Well, let's change this setting one more time. I'm going to turn the camera off, and we'll turn it back on after we adjusted the settings. We're going to raise the exposure a little bit more.
Recording. 2 channels started.
All right, now I have the exposure set to a +2. It's as high as I can expose. Definitely looks a lot better. A lot better. Not sure how this will affect me during the day, but I'm okay with either full exposure at 2.0 or just leaving it at its factory 0 setting. If you're driving at night, I would recommend a higher exposure level, but then again, as you can see, things are getting a little washed out. Signs, we just passed an exit sign, as you can see, didn't look that great. And this is going to affect day and night too, so if you adjust your exposure, it's going to be brighter during the day, and I don't necessarily know if I'm going to like that. So not bad at all. I'm going to set it back down to its original factory setting of 0, and then we're going to leave it there. Okay, now that was the camera facing forward at night. Let's see what the interior camera looks like with both infrared on versus infrared off. Check this out. All right, so this is the footage from the interior camera with the infrared lights on. As you can see, it's pretty bright. It's got if I put the camera all the way over like so, you can see inside. I also have my radar detector kind of in the way, but we're going to move it back over where I had it earlier and set it up a little bit better, like so. Now you can get an idea of what it looks like interior wise while driving at night. Sorry, alarm's going off. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut the camera off, and we're going to look at the interior camera with the infrared light off. Let's turn this, shut the recording down for a second.
Recording. 2 channels started.
All right, now we have the infrared lights on the interior camera off, and I'll tell you what, it's actually kind of bright. We're getting some LED issues with, I've got some other cameras in here that you can see flashing. That's just because of the sync rate, but I'll tell you what, I think I'm going to leave them off. I think this shows you what you need to see. And also, if I want to turn the camera straight over to the side, I can actually see out the side window and the front. You can almost get a good picture over there. Oh, somebody's waving me. Alright, so I kind of like the way it looks like that, so I'm probably going to leave it like that. Alright. Now you've seen the day footage, the interior footage. You've seen the day versus the night. You've also seen the interior camera with the infrared on and off. You'll have to let me know down in the description of this video what you think about this camera overall. I'm actually impressed. I really like the swivel part of the camera. The build quality's good too. It's plastic, but the build quality's good. It feels kind of heavy. It feels solidly built. It's under $300 for this camera, for this system. It's a 3-channel camera. You get a rear-facing camera. You get front and interior mounted on the same one. It's got GPS, infrared, Sony sensor. I don't know what type of sensor, but it has a Sony sensor. I don't know if it's a Sony Starva sensor, but it does have a Sony sensor for night vision. I'll have to see if I can find that on the packaging. Very easy to set up. It took me 5 minutes. 5 minutes to just plug and go. So if you're in a rush and you just need to get a dash cam up and running, 5 minutes to go, okay? That's it. Let me know what you think down in the comments section, all right? I'm pretty impressed with this camera so far. The link will be in the description of this video. That's really all I have. We will be giving this camera away at our next Mopar meet. We'll be talking about that in another upcoming video, not just the upcoming Mopar meet, track rental in the spring, and also a surprise. So check out the next video when we talk about our Jeep group. All right, that's all I got. Before you go, click that like button. Click the little bell notification right next to it. Down here, if you would, click subscribe. Last but not least, you guys and girls all be safe. That's all I got. I'm out.